Ever wondered how your phone seems to know what you've been talking about? It's uncanny, isn't it? You're chatting about a new book with a friend over coffee, and suddenly, ads for that very book start popping up on your phone. This isn't some kind of digital wizardry or invasive eavesdropping. Welcome to the mysterious world of targeted ads. Targeted ads are not random, they're based on a strategy. Advertisers are not throwing darts in the dark, hoping to hit a bullseye. They're more like skilled archers, aiming with precision based on information they have about their target. That's you. From your browsing history to your app usage, everything is a clue to your interests and potential buying behavior. It may feel like your phone is listening in on your conversations, but that's not quite the case. The reality is far more fascinating and less Orwellian. You might be surprised to discover that your devices aren't actually eavesdropping on your conversations. To understand how targeted ads work, it's important to first understand how online advertising works. It's a bustling marketplace where advertisers pay to place their ads on various platforms, much like a vendor rents a spot in a physical market. Imagine the internet as a vast marketplace, with countless stalls representing different websites, apps, and social media platforms. Advertisers are the vendors who want to set up shop in these stalls to display their wares, or in this case, their advertisements. But unlike a physical market where vendors might rely on foot traffic or local reputation, online advertisers have a powerful tool at their disposal: data. This data isn't just about who you are, but about what you do, what you like, what you search, and even where you go. This information helps advertisers to target their ads to specific audiences, ensuring that their ads reach the people who are most likely to be interested in their products or services. Let's take an example. If a vendor is selling hiking gear, they wouldn't want to set up shop in a store frequented by people who have no interest in outdoor activities. Instead, they'd want to be where the hikers and adventurers are. In the online world, this might mean targeting people who search for hiking trails, follow outdoor influencers, or post pictures of their mountaintop conquests. The process of online advertising involves a complex system of auctions, where advertisers bid to place their ads on platforms that their target audience frequents. This ensures that their ads are seen by the right people at the right time, increasing the likelihood of engagement and eventual conversion. But how do these platforms know so much about us? How do they seemingly predict our interests, our needs, and our desires? Well, the answer lies in the data we willingly provide through our online activities, and the sophisticated algorithms that analyze this data to create detailed profiles of each user. So the question remains, how does your phone know what you've been talking about? The key to understanding targeted ads lies in the data collected about you. And you might be wondering, what kind of data and from where? Well, let's take a journey into the digital realm. Every time you carry out a search on the internet, post a status update, or even visit a website, it's like leaving a digital footprint in the sands of cyberspace. These footprints, or data points, are collected and stored by companies. This data can include your search history, the locations you've visited, the posts you've liked on social media, and even the websites you frequent. But it doesn't stop there. Data is also harvested from your online shopping habits, the apps you use, the videos you watch, and the articles you read. All of this information is scooped up and used to build a comprehensive profile of who you are as a consumer. Now you might be thinking, that sounds a bit invasive, and you wouldn't be wrong. But it's all part of a system designed to provide you with a more personalized and relevant online experience. These profiles are not about you as an individual, per se. They're about you as a consumer. The aim is to understand your preferences, your habits, your likes and dislikes. This information is then used to predict what you might be interested in and to show you ads that are most likely to catch your eye. In essence, the data collected about you is the lifeblood of targeted advertising. It's what allows advertisers to hit the bullseye, to present you with ads that feel eerily relevant and timely. The more data they have about you, the better they can tailor their ads to your interests. So to put it in perspective, every time you use your smartphone or smart device, you're not just consuming content, you're also producing valuable data that feeds into this vast advertising ecosystem. But are our devices spying on our conversations? Well, let's delve into that in our next segment. Many people believe that their devices are listening to their conversations, but is this really the case? Let's delve into the myth of eavesdropping devices. It's true that our smart devices come equipped with microphones. They're there to help us with tasks like sending voice messages, making calls, and using voice-activated services like Siri or Alexa. However, these microphones aren't constantly eavesdropping on our day-to-day conversations. Our devices are designed to respect our privacy. They're not programmed to listen in on your private banter, at least not without your consent. Voice-activated services, for instance, are triggered only when they hear their wake words like "Hey Siri" or "OK Google." Until then, they remain dormant, patiently waiting for their cue to jump into action. Besides, the data required to constantly listen, record, and process our conversations would be astronomically huge. The sheer volume and complexity of this data would make it a logistical nightmare for companies to handle, not to mention the legal and ethical implications of such an intrusive act. So, if our devices aren't listening to our conversations, why do we see ads that seem to know what we've been talking about? The answer lies not in eavesdropping microphones, but in the power of algorithms and predictive analysis. But more on that in the next scene. Stay tuned for a fascinating dive into the world of algorithms and how they shape our digital experiences. The answer lies in algorithms and predictive analysis. Algorithms, in the simplest terms, are sets of instructions that computers follow to perform tasks. In the context of targeted ads, these algorithms sift through massive amounts of data, seeking patterns and connections that could hint at your interests. They take note of the websites you visit, the posts you like, the products you search for, and even the time you spend on certain pages. All these bits and pieces of data are like puzzle pieces, which when put together form a picture of who you are as a consumer. Then comes predictive analysis. This is where the magic happens. Predictive analysis uses statistical techniques and algorithms to predict future events based on past data. It's like an educated guess, but a very, very educated one. It looks at your past behavior, combines it with the data from millions of other users, and predicts what you might be interested in next. So when you casually mention to a friend that you're thinking of buying a new pair of running shoes, and the next thing you know you're seeing ads for running shoes on your social media feed, it's not because your phone was eavesdropping. It's because the algorithms have noticed you searching for fitness tips or liking posts about running and predicted your interest. In essence, it's not that our devices are listening to us, but rather they're learning from us. So there you have it, a crash course on how targeted ads work. We've delved into the mysterious world of targeted ads, elucidated upon the mechanisms behind them, and explained how data plays a pivotal role in advertising. We've also debunked the common misconception that our phones are eavesdropping on our conversations. Rather, it's the power of algorithms and predictive analysis at play, making connections between our online activities and the advertisements we see. It's fascinating to see how the digital world weaves its web around our lives, making it seem as though our devices are privy to our every word. But remember, it's not magic, it's just smart technology. Now, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment on what you'd like us to cover next. Your support helps us reach more people and continue providing informative content like this.